What's going on, Cancer? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, and I'm here to bring you a quick reading. This is going to be from Mercury Retrograde. We're wrapping up the end of 2021. This is the last Mercury Retrograde of the year. This one's a little unique because it's going in retrograde in Libra. Usually around this time of the year, we're out a little bit longer, and Mercury goes into retrograde in October. But we will still be in retrograde in October. So the pre-shadow period we're in right now, and then it actually goes into retrograde on the 27th of September. 22nd? Hold on, the 22nd? Yeah, the 27th. Forgive me, the 22nd. That's Mercury retrograde kicking my ass right now, Cancer. I can't even get it out right. It's the 27th. All right? So usually there's a 2-week pre-shadow stage, which we started on Monday, the 13th. 2 weeks from that is the 27th. So it goes from the 27th until, I don't know. But I know the pre-shadows period ends on November 1st. So it's probably around the week of the 18th is when it actually starts to come out of retrograde. And then we got that 2-week post-shadow period. So long story short, we're going to be in these energies up until the 1st of November. Okay? So Mercury, okay, before we get all into that, let me take care of this quick paperwork here. So, welcome to the channel. For those of you who already subscribed, I appreciate the love and support in all the various ways you do. Thank you so much for what you do to the channel, that fly water energy you bring. Appreciate you, love you. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. I post every week, so you want to make sure you don't miss out. This is a Mercury retrograde reading. So this is going to tell you about the Mercury retrograde energies that we're in the midst of experiencing right now, and where that's going to affect you, what area of your life, what you may need to look out for, and the energies that you may need to embody to get you through this retrograde period, because it can be rough for some people. And it's particularly going to be interesting and rough for some because this is Mercury retrograde is in the house of Libra. Now, the house of Libra deals with justice. We're dealing with justice on a 3D level. So a lot of people are going to be in court for whatever reasons. We're going to be seeing, because Mercury is the communicator, we're going to be seeing a lot of things that have to do with legal issues on TV, that have to do with politics on TV. You know, we're in the pre-shadow energies right now. We just, the executive order that was just signed by President Biden is, one of the things that we're seeing as far as legalities and what we're experiencing. Also, with Libra, we also have Mars in the house of Libra. Mars don't really get along in the house of Libra. Mars is like a take charge, I'm doing things, I'm running things type of energy. And Libra is the house of partnerships, people working together for a common goal. Mars is more so, one person oriented. So, with the Mars energy there, there may be some conflicts. Okay, there could be some intense energy, some arguments, things like that. So we just have to, try to mind our temperament during this time frame. Also, when we're dealing with Libra, Mercury and Libra, we're dealing with legalities of all sorts. So people going to court for all sorts of things. It could be, you got a minor fender bender. You could be going to court because you're going through divorce. You could be going to court because you're getting married, you got to sign them papers. You could be signing prenups. You could be, starting your business, or you're filing for an LLC. You could be, you maybe was in Walmart the other day and you fell and you filing these paperwork trying to get with this lawyer so you can get this dollar, right? You could be the CEO of your corporation, and you may be trying to merge or acquiesce with another company. So all sorts of legal things. We're also going to be seeing people being exonerated for crimes they did not commit. So, we're seeing justice play out and people getting their karma by getting released and getting compensated, financially for, or the hardship that they went through by being wrongly accused and serving time in prison. And on the 3D level, we're going to see that too. So, for example, if you've been mugged or robbed and this person got away, somebody broke in and stole your shit, or your car got stolen, anything like that where you were violated in any sort of way and there was no justice for you on the 3D realm, these people are being judged, because we're all being judged right now, all right, with Mercury being in Libra. So Mercury is the messenger, okay? Mercury's like the mailman. So what Mercury's doing is it's bringing the mail to the universal energies, like, here you go, here's Cancer's file. So universal energies are like, all right, let me look and see what Cancer been up to. All right, so Cancer did this. All right, this is how can get down? Oh, okay. So, all right, I see that. We're going to make a note of that. Oh, damn, that's what happened. All right, we got to make sure we get Cancer straight with that too. All right, thank you, Mercury. Right? And so this is how we all are being judged. So in the area that you're being judged, it's your fourth house. Okay, you normally rule the fourth house, but in your chart, because you're the first house in your chart, the fourth house from you is the house of Libra. And the fourth house deals with your family, your bloodline, your generations, okay, your roots, your heritage. It also deals with the nurturing figure who raised you, whether it was a female or not, but whoever showed you nurturing energy as a child, or it could talk to the lack thereof. You know, maybe some people grew up in foster care, or some people grew up in an environment where they only had a father, or some people grew up where they had to raise themselves. So it could talk about the nurturing energies when you were a child or the lack thereof. It could also talk about what's going on in your home now as an adult and your private life. And it also talks about how you feel about yourself inside, your emotions and your feelings. So that's what the fourth house deals with. You already know this, Cancer, because you rule that domain. All right. But not only are we dealing with Mercury and Libra there, and Mars, which accelerates things and makes things a little bit more aggressive and intense. So it could be some family situations you got going on here where things could get a little escalated. Not only are we dealing with that, but we're dealing with mercurial energies of Gemini, because Gemini right now is in the North Node. And then we're also dealing with Lilith in Gemini. For those of you who are not familiar with Lilith, Lilith represents the repressed sexual desires and energies that we have within us. These things could be very potent and deadly. You know, like people just being promiscuous and sleeping around without condoms, you know, that type of energy where it's just like, yo, I just want to be free. I don't give a fuck, you know, that type of energy. But also Lilith deals with that rage in you, that rage and that energy in you when you're feeling rejected, when somebody rejects you or your parents reject you, or your family rejects you, or they deny you. So some of you could be on some black sheep energy right now. That could have been what the case was for you in the past. But you're going to be exonerated for that if you've been doing just right. Now, we got good and bad in every sign. So all you Cancers out there who are doing all right and doing well and treating people right and not, you know, if you're going through something right now, you're going to get your just due. So just hold tight, you know, and just like with every sign, you got the ones who do dirt too. So the ones who do dirt, they're going to get their just too. We all getting judged right now, all right? We are wrapping up the North Node in Gemini energy because we're going to have, later on in November, we're having eclipse energy, and I'll talk about this more in the October astrological analysis. But just to tap on it quickly, what we're doing here with the energies for the rest of the year. Right now, we're all being judged based on the energies that we were in while the Gemini North Node was in effect. The Gemini North Node is about to go out, and we're about to switch to Taurus North Node in January. So while we are eclipsing these energies, we got a lunar eclipse in November, and we got a solar eclipse 2 weeks later, which is going to be in December. And then that's going to take us out of the Gemini North Node energy and take us into the Taurus North Node energy in January. So we're eclipsing all of these energies of the karma that we've acquired while the North Node was in Gemini. All right. So we're dealing with those energies. We're dealing with those in the fourth house, and then Lilith and the North Node in Gemini is in your 12th house. Now the 12th house also deals with karma. Okay, it deals with hidden enemies. It deals with, you know, hidden angels in your favor, hidden enemies in your that are against you, whether in the physical realm, as in people, friends, family members who fronting like they got your back and they with you, but they shitting on you behind your back, as well as deities and energies in the supernatural realm that may manifest in the 3D realm through, you know, people being incubus, succubus energies. You know, we all got these energies around us, whether we see them or not, attacking us. Not, you know, to some of us are more weaker to these energies than others, but we're dealing with things that we can't see, the supernatural, when we're talking about the 12th house, the unconscious energies. So we're dealing with water houses. So we're dealing with intuition, because we're dealing with the 4th house for Libra, where Mercury is in retrograde. So we're dealing with bloodline, generational stuff. And we're also dealing with your emotions and feelings, the intuitive energies of the 4th house. And we're also dealing with the subconscious energies and the psychic abilities of the 12th house. So you, Pisces and Scorpio, you're dealing with water house energies when you're dealing with this Mercurial Gemini energy. So this is all about listening to your intuition, following your intuition. You may be getting downloads via dreams about, people you can't trust. Also, remember, the 12th house has to do with self-undoing. So for some of you, that you made your bed, now you got to lay in it energy, may be prevalent. That could be the case for some people, depending on how you handled situations. So let's see what energies you need to be aware of with this Mercury retrograde in reference to your 12th house and your 4th house. All right, babe. Be fearless and bold. So for some of you, you're going to have to go against the grain. You're going to have to swim upstream. You may have to be that black sheep in your family dynamic, in your family situation. For some of you, maybe you already are. And it's like, people may be mad at you because you are the black sheep. And so they may be trying to hinder your growth and your progress by throwing more dirt and shade on you. All right. That could be from your generational family. But for others of you, it could be from your family that you've made in this lifetime. So, for example, you're married and you have children. Maybe you have adult children, and maybe you're not getting along with your significant other. Maybe there's issues with them and they're turning their back on you. Or maybe you got other family members like, maybe your adult children, because we're dealing with the 4th house. So, you could be dealing with your generation, your children, your adult children who may have a problem with you and how you move and things like that. And they may be doing shit behind your back and you don't really know about it, or you may find out about it and now you're like, what am I going to do? So some of you are going to be faced with some hard choices because you may have to separate from these family members because these family members are karmic for you. Remember, we're dealing with Mercury and Libra. Libra deals with justice in the 3D realm and justice in the universal realm, karma. Okay? So for some of you, you may have left these family members behind and they may want to come back with Mercury in retrograde. They may want to come back into your energy. You are going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to be very, very careful with allowing people back into your life, especially if they're family members who have proven to you who they are to you. So the water signs got it kind of tough. All right? Got it kind of tough. Because this is all about intuition and listening to your intuition. So let's see what energies you need to embody in order to get through these retrograde energies here. Sorry about the people on the bikes, they do what they do, right? Let's see. They did want to get loud a little something, though, when we was talking about your, I don't know why, but okay. So what you need to embody is the Capricorn. You need to be the boss. You need to handle shit. All right? You need to let these people know, nah, you don't run nothing over here. So these coincide, being fearless and bold. And Capricorn is boss-like energy. Shout out to my people who got major placements at Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn moon. And, sometimes you got to step up and, sometimes you are the black sheep. All right? The Capricorn got the horns, the sheep, right? The black sheep of the family. The Capricorn energy represents the devil energy. If you look at the devil, usually it has horns, right? So sometimes they look at you as the devil of the black sheep. But you know what? You got to do what you feel is best and what's right for you. Right is right and wrong is wrong, regardless to if it's blood. It's easier said than done, I know. But trust me, I talk about this like I walk it. I assure you of that. Now, with the boss energy, we're talking about being serious, being authoritative, being ambitious, being realistic about things, being structured, being traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, being a badass, being majestic, being competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. So this is all about standing your ground, knowing who you are, knowing what the situation is, and knowing what's supposed to go down, and being rigid in that. Now, some of you may be being too rigid, I don't know. Or maybe some of you grew up in a very rigid, structured environment, and you may be finding yourself exhibiting these energies to your children or your family members, because of what was passed down via tradition. But, for some of you with that number 4 here, again, more 4th house energy. The number 4, what's the number 4 major arcana? That is the emperor, right? Yeah, that's the emperor. That's taking control. That's the boss, okay? So, Aries and Capricorn energy are very similar. They're the bosses. They're the ones who stand out. They're the ones who will be like, you know what, it don't matter what you're talking about. I know what this is, and this is how it's going to go down. I run this over here. I run me. You don't. You know what I'm saying? So, family members may have issues with what's going on with you, all right? But you may have to deal with that. So just listen to your intuition again, because you're dealing with water houses. So listen to your intuitions, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams may be telling you some things that you may not want to believe, but, it could very well be the truth, all right? Some of you need to listen to your dreams. Some of you, maybe you block out those dreams because of what's going on in your family and your generation, and maybe it's too much. But some of you could be getting valid information that could help you get your justice. Okay, so you see the sirens. Pay attention to your dreams. It's very important. Okay, all the water signs, whoever's watching, if you got prominent water placements and you checked your Mercury retrograde reading, especially you Pisces and Scorpios. Pay attention to your intuition and your dreams. It is not going to fail you. Especially when you got people coming back towards you that you left behind. And that's what Mercury retrograde brings. People coming back that you've cut off and you need to cut them off. Right? Be careful of that. Be careful of giving your energy to these people. Maybe you do want to hear what they have to say, but don't get too emotionally involved and energetically involved with these people until after the retrograde energy subside. I can't tell you what to do, but this is recommended based on the energies that we're experiencing. Now, that's after Halloween. So maybe you just prolong those conversations until this person reaches out to you. Look, okay, I won't be around till, maybe the first week of November. Can we set up some time to talk then? You know what I mean? Because after then, those energies will clear. You have time to think about what happened and what went down. And then you can look at it from the perspective of Mercury retrograde. Then you can look at it from the perspective of out of that Mercury retrograde energy. Because Mercury is the mind. Is how you process things and how you think about things. So when it's in retrograde, you may have distorted views about things. So this is why you don't want to make any decisions of taking people back that you cut off or had some discrepancy with during a Mercury retrograde. Same thing about signing contracts. You want to make sure that you read the contracts. If you got to sign a contract because it's life and death, or you really need to do it before, the retrograde energy subside in Halloween. You can't wait till after Halloween to sign this contract. You got to sign it now. Make sure you read it thoroughly, all of it. Ask any questions. No questions are stupid. Make sure you get the information you need before you sign on the dotted line, especially if it's a long-term situation that you're going to be locked into, or you're going to be kicking out a large amount of money, or like a house, a car, you signing a lease for an apartment, or renting a place or something like that. Make sure you read, okay? Because people are out here jerking people, just like people are out here reading things incorrectly with this Mercury energy. Mercury's a trickster energy. It likes to play trick on folk, okay? With the wordplay, all right? So be careful, all right? So we talked about people from if you're traveling, make sure you check your reservations, all right? Make sure you check them the week before, the day of. If you're switching flights, got connecting flights, make sure you check what gate it's going to be before you get on that plane. And then once you get off the plane, see if the gate changed, because sometimes that happens, all right? Make sure you check all your reservations for your cars, your hotels, anything that you're doing for travel, okay? Check it. Be careful of road rage out here. Mercury is in the house of Libra as well. So people going to be frustrated because people going to be getting negative karma for the negative shit they did. So people going to be out here feeling a sort of way. Try to be cool. All right? I think I got everything covered with Mercury retrograde for you guys. No signed contracts without reading. No taking people back without following your intuition and making sure that they're sincere, or that you even want to take them back. And if you don't want to, you don't got to. You're going to be dealing with a lot of family-oriented situations here. Fake family members, people treating you like you're an outcast, things like that. And then you're dealing with the 12th house energies, your psychic abilities. Your dreams may be popping right now, telling you things about people that they would never tell you. But because Mercury is in that house, as well as Lilith is in that house, that's potent psychic abilities that you're going to have. So you're going to be able to pick up on frequencies that you can't pick up on in the 3D realm. All right? So when your dreams tell you some shit that hurt you about somebody around you, it could very well be true, because Neptune is also in retrograde in Pisces. All right? So just keep that in mind. And I swear to you, it's been happening to me. I've been having dreams about people, places, and situations that I knew went down, but I didn't know all the details. But because of these energies, I've been picking up on the details, and I know a lot of you can attest to that, especially if you're spiritually inclined and you tapped in and your ancestors is kicking it with you and letting you know what's really going down to protect you. All right. So with that being said, that's what I got for you for your Mercury retrograde reading. If you need a personal, my information's in the box below. I wish you the best, Cancer. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next reading.